Yeah, Mary. 23 is Michael Jordan's number.
Oh. Better?
Yeah, way better.
Ways.
I feel so.
Is that one good?
I'll show you. Yeah, below. So good.
Yeah, that's okay. Shot.
Stop.
Oh my god. Natural here today, guys.
All good in the hood. All good, bro? Okay, well, I'm live already.
Okay.
Been live for like 2 minutes.
Okay. Jeez.
So you know that I said that I was coming over to Rotorua to interview or introduce Jordan to CWK. Yeah.
Hi guys. CWK, what's good?
So I've just got, we're just going to flow with it, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to set that right there because they know what I look like.
Okay.
Okay, so let's do this. Who are you?
Hi guys, I'm Geordie. I'm 25-year-old transgender woman. Just living my life.
How's that been?
It's definitely had its challenges. It's been up and down for
Like what?
just the whole life. It's honestly not that life is easy for anyone, but it's
But being transgender
it's an extra lifestyle. It's a hard thing to say, straight up. It's there's a lot that goes with it. There's a lot of discrimination. There's a lot of barriers placed, especially for people that are transitioning to the full surgery, getting the hormones and the blockers and things like that. Like the system in place takes at least a year.
Oh.
And it's constant psychologist appointments, you know, to reassure that you're...
But what about society? How do they treat you?
I don't even know. Like I just ignore them.
But is it bad?
Yeah, it's mixed. Honestly, it's got better as the years have progressed. And
So I mean, if there was someone young that was watching, you know what I mean, that wants to go down that route, but you know they're scared of society's opinions and things like that. What's your advice?
Just do you, and as long as you're happy, that will reflect to everybody else. And at the end of the day, like, people are going to talk about you, but it doesn't really matter. As long as you have confidence and you know where you want to go in your life, then just do you know.
What was your childhood like?
As a child, so I wasn't like I had a good childhood. I loved my childhood. I wasn't necessarily a girl in my childhood. I was very much Lord of the Rings.
What does that mean? What does that mean? I'm going to turn this around like this.
This one time my cousins, because we lived on a farm, okay? And so this one time my cousins come over and it's like pissing down with rain, lightning, and I'm out there dressed in a white sheet with like my homemade white stuff, and I'm Gandalf, and honestly I was just
Gandalf.
life. And I always wanted to be an actor. I'm like, oh my god. And then slowly over the years it turned into the White Witch.
Really?
Went from Lord of the Rings to Narnia.
And what was your family like?
What's
your family been like?
My family's been good. Obviously there's been lots of struggles.
Like what?
So my sister died in a car crash back in 2007.
Wow.
She had 3 children before she passed away, so at least we had them. And then a year later on her birthday, my dad died from cancer.
Whoa.
And so we went through a really, really, really rough patch for a while there. And personally, like, I've never been like depressed or whatever over it. I always just found my own way through it. But like with other members of my family, absolutely are still going through their I'm gonna say self-denial, that they're traumatized because they've got issues.
What was your teenage years like?
I had a good teenagehood. Obviously, I wasn't like every other girl out there, you know, getting pregnant at 16. Didn't really happen till 18. No. But I had a good childhood. I loved school. I loved drama and cooking. So I had a good schoolhood. I never got bullied or anything like that because
Yeah?
I just didn't. No, you're not bullying me.
Really?
Yeah, honestly, never had any fights or anything like that. And like, because I used to fit in with like all the different groups. So if someone wasn't there that day, you know, I was all good because I got on with the whole school. But then, I was supposed to be the only member of my family that graduated, which just didn't happen.
Why?
Because year 11 come and I was over being the good person.
Really?
I was like the teacher's pet year 9. Year 10 I started to get not as much, but still I was like, yeah, I'm not going into Alps. And then come year 11 I'm like, yeah, no, can I move into the whānau class?
Yeah?
And then boom, it just kind of went downhill from
Now, I
there.
know that when you wrote, you know, the little bit of an agenda for today, you wanted to touch base on addiction. What is that for you?
So for me, so obviously, there's a huge, that's a huge little subject. So the main thing was that anyone can overcome whatever they want. They just put their mind to it. And every day does get better. I used to live in like one of the #1 drug houses in Tauranga a few years ago, and so I just live a different lifestyle.
What was that lifestyle? What were you addicted? What was your poison?
Crack.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How'd you get onto that?
So it was kind of, I don't really know if I'm allowed to talk about this, but I'm talking about it anyway. So with my whānau family, it's just, you know how some whānaus, it's just the way.
Yeah.
That's what their whānau was like, and loved them to the utmost extreme, and I lived with them for 3-4 years, having copious amounts, unlimited, never having to pay for anything. I was basically the cleaner with the bell. Ding, 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 ding. Here's your coffee.
Yeah.
And then it literally took, for when we got busted the first time that I was there, I was in the room with the baby, and I wasn't high or anything, I was probably coming down, and me and the baby were in the room asleep, and then the whole house got raided, cops burst in the room, guns literally at me and the baby, and shut the fuck up, put your hands up. And that was honestly a game changer for me. And then like a week later I moved back to Rotorua, and within a month I was working 9 to 5. And I went from to this big 120 kilo girl. I'm like, yes, I'm happy. I'm happy. So, and then like, because there's still people, when I moved over here, it was like alcohol was a huge, you know, you'll see bitches walking up the road drunk as fuck. Hey, go. It's like, oh my god, these bitches are not quite right. And then over the years, it's kind of, if all the young mothers in Rotorua, not all of them, but a lot of them, they're all on the gear and everyone's alcoholic. And it's really bad.
Why? Is it easily accessible or what?
It's easily accessible. You can honestly, it's easier to get than tinny.
Hey.
There's, to one tinny house, there's like 20 crack houses. It's ridiculous. There's an infestation.
And how were you able to stay sober?
So that's like the question of the day. I've always had a lot of willpower and just a lot of, I don't even know, I've just always had a lot of strength and willpower that I just overcome that. And there's still a test going on with my sister at the moment. She, not even going to talk about that, but she needs to look at me for her example. And I know that we're two completely different cases and everyone is different, but when you literally say, I can't get up every single day because I don't want to look at this mess, honey, you still need to get the fuck up and look at that mess and clean the mess up and just do what you have to do, you know?
I like that.
Because I didn't stay in bed for months and years and shit. Within a month I was working, and it was just different life.
What do you think that's easy for some people and not so easy for others? Why?
It's just a mentality thing, I think. Honestly,
Yeah.
it's just the way your brain processes things. Some people go 1, 2, 3. Some people 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
I like that.
You know.
I like that.
And so, yeah, it's just everything's different for everyone.
What's 2019 been like for you? If you really think about it, the ups, the lows. I think the world saw quite a bit of your lows there, and some of the tea you're sipping.
I just got a burn lip.
What's 2019 been for you? What are some of the things that you will take from 2019? Some of the lessons, and you will never let them go.
So definitely 2019. I'm not too sure what the Māori word for roller coaster is, but it's been a roller coaster of a year. Lots of ups and downs. Heaps of lessons learned. So
Such as
I need my own fucking whare ASAP. Rocky, I had my viewing today, so touch wood. Mm-hmm. And next year it does not entail me living at home, honestly. If they've learnt one thing from the entire year is that my family they need to do them and I need to do me. Yeah. And see you every day, but I won't be staying over. Friendships, honestly, because I'm such a kind person that I just... Oh, I don't even know where I'm going with this.
keep going. That's where the raw is. That's where the real is.
Yes. Friendships, I just don't think I'm going to be letting as much people in as easily as I do let people in. Because I think I've really learnt the lesson on that one, especially with the 2 assaults that I had this year.
What?
Yeah, so my meet and greet that I had here in Rotorua.
Yeah.
After the meet and greet, me and some of the girls were like, oh, do you want to come and drink with us? And I'm like, okay. And so I went drinking with them. We stopped at the liquor store, bought a box, stopped at the petrol station. I'm like, I need a pie. So I went and got a pie, put $10 in, got in the car. There's like arguing, kerfuffling happening behind me. The next minute, this nigger's like trying to get in the fucking car. Literally punched my tooth out.
What the fuck?
Grabbed a hold of my dress and I was legit in undies and a bra. Went screaming and running to the doors and he like locked the doors, wouldn't let us in. The guy like starts laughing, gets in the car and takes off. Went to the police station, they're like, no, you need to come back during business hours. And I'm like, look at my fucking arm!
What the fuck's that from?
Rip.
Oh, did this just happen not long ago?
It was in October. So a lesson from that is that I will not be putting myself into that situation ever again. I won't be judging everyone off that one incident, but I will not be actively going to hang out with people I don't know. That was the most craziest experience of my life. Come home from all this back to the house and I'm like, oh my god, I was just attacked and no one cares. They're like, oh, such and such just got murdered and her body was found in the lake. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm so lucky to be alive. At her tangi, literally, no one sang any songs whatsoever. I was the only person that was like, excuse me, can you stop putting the dirt in the hole? I'm going to sing a song because this is just... I've never heard of a tangi before when no one sings a song, you know? It's just the most out of it experience. And this is all just in the past 2 months. And then on top of all this, I've just started working at where I'm working. And I'm enjoying it. The people...
Where do you work?
At Skyline.
Yeah.
It's definitely... been an experience.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm coping with the returning back to the 9 to 5 because I've always been a worker. I've always had no problem working. And just this time I'm working, it's just a little bit different.
I know this year you tried your hand at your bizzo, eh? Mm-hmm. With your sunglasses. Yeah. You still doing that?
Yep, so we are still doing it. It's currently on a bit of a hold at the moment. We did have... It was great. It started off great. January, February, March was amazing. And then after March, things just died down and then died down again, and went from like 20 sales a week to like 1, and it was just like, okay, I really need a job.
Yeah. Oh, bring back the aviators.
Yes.
I know I got my aviators from you. I still rock them hard out.
But yes, the business is definitely still going to happen. I was hoping to relaunch it by November. But, you know, as one thing gets better, there's 2 other problems present themselves. So, the goal is for January.
That's life though, eh?
Mm-hmm.
That is life, man.
Honestly, it's been pretty fucked up.
I know you had some drama this year.
Yeah, the drama is
Onwards and upwards, eh?
onwards and upwards.
Onwards
Honestly,
and
I'm
upwards.
so over it. Because it's the first thing people say to me all the time, and it's just like, no, I was actually well established before the fact.
You can do it on your own.
You
You
can.
fucking do it on your own.
And honestly, I've surrounded myself with a beautiful group of friends that all love and support each other, and so they're just...
What's 3 things in your life you're grateful for right now?
Right now, I'm grateful to be alive, because you never know what could happen. I'm grateful for my family, that we actually have each other, of who we have left. And I'm grateful that I'm not alone, that... I think when you asked before, in regards to like the transgender stuff, like a lot of transgender people have to go through their transition alone. They don't have anyone to talk to. They go in. With my followers that I have, honestly, I'm never alone. If I ever need anyone to talk to, they're always there for me. They've always got my back, and I'm just so grateful to have every single one of them.
Yeah, and so what's that looking like for you? What are your goals?
My goals, so next year I just want to have financial
Stability.
freedom, and just not have to worry about, oh my god, it's fucking Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday payday, oh my god. You know, I don't want to go through that. I want to go over to have surgery as soon as possible.
What kind of surgery?
So I really, really want my boobs done. My planning is to get them done in late February. I need my face done, my facial feminization surgery, my voice box, my butt. Whoa,
Oh, you're going to go full...
Yes, I'm going to be like, it's a buffet. All you can eat.
Oh.
So I honestly want to get the full shebang.
Because I know there's some people that they want that, but they want to leave that.
Yeah. Honestly, I do know a few people like that too. And that's great for them. Personally, I think that they're just not ready to take that final step.
Can you tell us a little bit about what it's like to... I know I've always heard people say, oh, I'm trapped in this body.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? What's that like?
So that,
grow up feeling like that? Like,
honestly, it's not a good feeling, and I do seriously what's the right word? I seriously recommend to all mothers out there that think that their children might be transgender to get them on hormone therapy as young as possible, because if my mum always goes to me, oh, you're going through a phase, and I'm like, Mum, I'm honestly not going through a phase. So,
well, how does it feel when people say shit like that to you?
it doesn't feel good. Like, I just had this argument the other night because I come home from like a work day or whatever, and I'm like, oh my god, there's a gay boy at work, and I just can't compete with gay boys, if you know what I mean.
No, I don't. Tell me.
Yeah, well, so gay boys.
Please tell me.
Gay boys just have it differently. They're a lot different to transgender people, even though they have similarities. There's a fine line between the two.
What is that line?
That line is more, I think it's like a comedian line where they're just like not funnier than us, but they're fucking funny as fuck, and I just can't compete with that shit. and I go to Mum and my sister, I go, oh my god, this guy at work, he's such a gay boy, and I just can't do that, you know, I'm not even the funny one, and all of a sudden, and they go to me, not my mum, they go, but you are a gay boy, and I go, no, I'm not. And I go, yes, you are. Like, when we put into silhouettes and identities, when I close
And
my
boxes.
eyes... Yeah, boxes.
Boxes.
You're a gay boy. And I'm like, I honestly don't fucking like that. I'm not a gay boy. I'm a transgender woman, and we're different. And,
I think it's good we're talking about this, eh? Because you can let society know right now what that fucking difference is.
There's a fucking huge difference. We're women in the wrong body. Everything else is woman. It's just the exterior, which is not.
Yeah.
Gay boys,
They like that they're men.
They're fucking getting fucked and at the same time. We're not doing that. We're going
Get it!
And it's like, no, bro, it's not the same.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Did you? I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's honestly, they're boys and they're happy in their body and they want to fuck someone and they want someone to suck them off, honestly. And us women, we're like, no, that won't be happening. I'm like, get your head off.
Oh, so for you guys, like, you don't like them touching there?
So ever since I've been on blockers, she's limp as fuck. Honestly, she's got no action down there at the moment. And it's just like, and like the blockers take away your sex drive as well. So like, I used to be horny all the time, and now it's like, yeah, no. I'm good. I can go to sleep.
Get it?
It's honestly,
okay.
it's a good thing, but not a good thing, because it's like, especially when you're drunk and it's like you're not in the mood.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my god, no, I'm not feeling it anymore.
Wow, that's trippy.
Yeah, and like, and then like gay guys again, relationship wise, not that they get it easier than us, but they get it easier than us. Like, you're more likely to see two gay boys or whatever walking up the street than you are to see a straight man with a trans walking up the street. You know what I mean? It just doesn't happen. Unless it's like 1 in a million. Which I'm 25 now and I've been looking since I'm 16. I'm like, oh my god. 11 years.
Hey, that's alright. That's allowed.
But I still get the action. No.
So what's your page in that?
So my page, you can find me on all social media and following Jordan. You're going to have to literally look for the spelling. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. YouTube's my biggest thing at the moment. I'm trying to get... so we've already been approved for monetization.
Nice.
So as long as the content
Fits the bracket.
it's all good. It's like, I'll get paid for that. And it's like, yay, that's honestly like...
That's an income source.
That's an income source.
Yeah. Are you going to share your journey?
Yes. So I have done my first blockers video on
Yeah.
YouTube, but then I got my first implant put in.
I think that would be awesome for other people that are, in your shoes and things like that. Hey, to follow that journey and then see how you do it and things like that, where you go. You might have reviews of particular surgeons, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Yep, I will be, like, blogging the whole experience, especially when I do go and get surgeries done. Those will 100% be recorded, and you will know the full. Joan Rivers always said if you're getting any surgery, make sure you interview and have your options with your, the guy that administers the shit to you, and who's monitoring your heartbeat while the surgery's happening. Yeah. You need to do your homework with that person. That's the person that matters.
Nice.
Because your lives are in that person's hands. Yeah.
Awesome. What's some of the questions that you had?
Some questions that I had for you. For you.
Yeah, I can't see how the fuck you'd have any because my life is
Everything's
such a
already
fucking
out
open
there.
book, man, so I'm intrigued.
Okay, so we'll start things off with how's things with your kids? They look absolutely amazing. Can you tell us anything about that?
It's funny. It's fucking going killer. It's a massive transition from going from me doing me for so many years, even when I was on the drugs, I was only looking out for me, really. And then the 2 years that I've been back in New Zealand doing my videos, doing all of this, it's only been me. So now when I got my kids, it's like, shit, I got to put me in the fucking back seat.
Yeah.
So that's been a massive transition. I'm about to have them for a month, so that's going to be fucking awesome. But
It's going to be full on.
it's everything that I've been fucking working for, dreaming about.
Yeah.
Like, I put a video up the other day and my son Jordan's like, Mummy, Mum, Mummy. And I'm like, looking him dead in his eyes. And he's like, Mummy, Mum, answer me, Mum. And I'm like, fuck. But, you know, I can't moan because, man, I've been dreaming about hearing my kids call me Mum. So, no, it's fucking killer.
Yeah, that's cool. And on that note, with the whānau, with the kids, with your container home, those plans, I know we just talked about this before, but honestly that's so awesome. So with our whānau, we were trying to get container homes or like a 4-bedroom cabin put onto some land. We're still trying to go through the KiwiSaver to make that happen.
Yeah.
But honestly, so happy for you. Congratulations.
Oh, morning. Thank you. Yeah, I can't wait to get started on it.
Yeah. Also, hi Aquarius, how are ya?
I know!
I don't think I'm like, oh my gosh, she's Aquarius like me.
Oh yeah, I know, because you know what? I was actually talking to someone about, you know, some of your drama and shit like that, and then this person said, I think it's Aquarius. Hey bro, that's why she took that route of dealing with it. And I was like, oh my God, because that's the exact route I would have fucking taken too. Like, it's all good when you give your 100%, you know, but if someone fucks with you and that's not justified, don't think I'm going to lay down and let you get away with that.
At all.
And I would be exactly the fucking same.
Yeah.
So when I was talking to this person and they said you were Aquarius, I was like, bang, bitch, high five, yes! Fucking Aquarius, man. Don't think we're going to lay down and take that shit.
No,
don't fuck
we're
with
not
us.
fucking taking that shit no more. And, yeah, when I seen your Aquarius, I was like, oh my God, that's why I liked her straight away. You know, the feels.
Are you an introvert or extrovert?
I think I'm a mixture of both. Like, when I'm out and about, I'm extrovert, and then when I'm at home and I'm just chilling at home, I'm introvert. I'm like, nah bro, I'm busy.
Yeah. What do you think about being straight up the guts? Are you straight up the guts?
Honestly,
Lay it on the table, take it or fucking leave it?
it depends how I'm feeling in the moment. A lot of the time I can be quite selfless in my decision making, but everything has to not benefit me, but you know, if there's no benefit for me, it's kind of like, oh, I would rather you do it like this.
Yeah.
And like try to say it in a nicer way instead of just being, nah, I'm not doing that. But then depending on who you are as well, like with the family, they know just like, don't fuck with me. If I'm in a good mood, ask. If I'm not in a good mood, don't ask, because I don't want to give you a smoke if you're fucking me and pulling your back from the pokies. And yeah, that's kind of how I feel about that.
A smoke. Is that all?
How's your chapter going? Are you in the start, the middle, or are you planning things up for the next?
Oh man, this is just the beginning.
Yes,
Yeah, I don't. It ain't the end until I'm lying 6 feet deep. And every day I'm going to be like, nah, man, this is the start of it. This is just the fucking beginning. Because what I love about life, because I love life now, I hated it for fucking ages. I hated life. I hated the fact that I had to wake up. I hated it. That's when I was suicidal in that. The thing I love about life now, it's like I can create it however the fuck I want. If I want something, I can work for it. I can get it. Nothing's impossible. Whereas for so many years, I always thought that I could never get that. No one in my family's got that. That don't mean shit. Be the first then. Be the fucking first, you know. And as for people and what they think about me, It only affects me if I allow it to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
In my mind, I'm like, these people that try to fuck with me and run me down and all this, what they're trying to do is they're trying to grab onto my ankles so that I don't keep walking staunch. That's all it is. When someone barks in your fucking face, runs you down behind your fucking back, doesn't appreciate you,
Yeah.
what they're doing is they're holding onto your ankles. They don't want you to keep moving forward.
Yeah.
You just got to turn around and kick them straight dead in their fucking face and carry on.
Thank you next, though.
Yeah,
Fuck
thank
off.
you next. And that's what I love about life. So many people think that, because I don't know someone that's done that, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Because what I've been through, I can't do that. That's bullshit.
That's
You're
less
making up
thinking,
fucking excuses now to try to justify why you can't be fucked doing that. Because you can do it. Doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, whatever you want in life, you can fucking get it.
Absolutely. Honestly, and that's like, I'll just go back to the law of attraction and the great I am with that, because when people are like, oh my god, why is this shit happening to me? I didn't ask for this. It's like, everything that happened in your life, whether you like it or not, is what you chose with your life, and it was a lesson, and whether you learnt from that lesson is up to you.
Yeah.
And obviously, if you don't learn any lessons in your life, when you die, you're just going to be redirected back.
Yeah. And someone told me as well that even if something shit happens in your life, or something doesn't go the way that you want, you still win.
Yeah.
Because you got a lesson from that.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't get that lesson unless you fucking went through that. It's not like you can go to the shop and buy a life lesson. You only get that life lesson if you go through that struggle.
Yeah.
So even no matter how fucked up it is, like, you still win because you got a life lesson from it. The thing is how you are going to use that. You're either going to fucking fuck that life lesson off and repeat the cycle. And for some people, man, they got to go through the same shit 50 fucking times before it drums into their head.
Never
You don't
ending.
have to fucking do that. If you open your fucking eyes, you can take that life lesson, put it in your kete, and never have to go through that ever again.
Yeah. That's awesome.
You know what I mean? So if you're with a friend or you're with a bunch of people or whatever and they treat you like fucking shit, take that life lesson, put it in your pocket and be very fucking picky of who you allow, because it is a privilege to be in your presence and not a right. People don't have the right to be your fucking friend. They have to earn that right, earn that privilege.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And for so many years, people would fuck me over and I would allow it. And I'd meet new people and I'd see the signs, but I would push that to the side. Well, probably because I was desperate for friendship.
Yeah.
Now, after all these years on my own, shit, I'm good by myself. You know what I mean? But now I'm picky. Now I'm picky. You know why? Because I respect myself.
Yeah.
I have self-worth.
Because you know better.
Yeah. Because I learnt from those lessons.
Yeah.
I didn't just sweep them under the carpet.
And I was like, oh god, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Straight up.
So what's your plans? I know I already asked that, but so what's going on with your surgery? I know that you did a GoFundMe page.
Yep. So I do have a GoFundMe going up. So that one was for the top surgery. We done amazing. We raised like $900 in...
How much is it looking for?
So for the top surgery is $5,200, including flight accommodation, and then bottom surgery is around $52,000, which is a lot cheaper than the female to male, which is like 200 and something thousand, 203,000 I think it is. We're currently, there's a referendum happening next year for like the Ministry of Health to fund more surgeries, because there's only about $2 million a year that gets funded, and that's like one transgender person, or one person like me, and then like 3 female to males. But there's a huge referendum to allow more money from the government, because it's literally everything else is treated as a mental health condition. It's gender dysphoria until you want funding for surgery. As soon as you get to funding for surgery, it's like one person a year. You're allowed to apply once, like every couple of years. The waiting list is like 52 years or something. And honey, I'm not waiting till I'm 77 to... Yeah! It's gonna be amazing.
Open buffet.
Let me
Get
just do
Oh.
But yeah, so we're still we have the fundraiser that I did do for my top surgery has stopped, but we are doing another one for the 52,000. It's just something like I did receive a lot of hate for the fundraiser.
Why?
I just think it was just negative thinking people with their negative fucking...
What were they hating on?
They were saying, how dare you ask people for money? How dare you fundraise for something when there's people starving? And it's like...
Yeah, but you know what, of course I've got an opinion on that.
What's your opinion?
My opinion is, how dare you speak on behalf of the nation?
Yeah.
If people want to call her because they genuinely want to fucking see you happy in your body, hey, that's up to them. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? If you don't want to call her to the fundraiser, you don't have to.
Yeah.
You don't have to try to get the whole world on your side, though.
No.
You know what I mean? I relate to this because when Facebook hit me up to start doing supporters, bro, I got heaps of hate. People were like, oh, what? Now we got to pay to watch you. You know what I mean? Yeah. I got fucking heaps. To the point where I nearly didn't take that opportunity. 1,001 people around the world, and I nearly didn't take that opportunity because of what these people thought. And it was my supporters that said, hey, these people don't speak on behalf of us. If we want to fucking call her, we will call her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So in terms of you and you doing your fundraiser to raise money for that, hey, if people want to do it, they want to fucking do it.
And that's exactly what I said. I said that I not forcing anyone into it as an optional thing. If you don't know what a fundraiser is, then you need to go and do some fucking research because it's optional, okay? If you want to help and you want to give a call out, that's 100% up to you. There's no pressure at all. And, yeah, I know what you mean with with the supporter thing, because honestly, I nearly took down the fundraiser because I felt, oh my god, am I embarrassing myself? And, but yeah, I was just so grateful to raise what I did, and it was every single dollar I raised was a blessing, and you know, people care about me.
What are some of the things that you're doing? Because what are some of the things that you're doing to try to get this?
So 10% of my pay every week goes straight towards into my fundraiser account. We're still well away from getting to that mark, but it's the least you can do. You know, if you pay 15% tax on every single thing you buy, surely you can afford to pay yourself 10% of your wage every week and chuck it in your savings. You know, and I do believe in, you know, if you want something, you have to work hard to get it, and that's literally my plan.
Do the mahi and get the trees.
Yeah.
Aye.
No.
And how do you think after your surgery, how do you think that will change your...
So this is actually the topic of the week, because, so I've been watching heaps of documentaries. I don't know if the documentaries are starting to get to me, but like, so originally in my mind I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have surgery and then everything's just gonna be like what it's supposed to be. And then I've been watching all these docos, and it was like, one of them's like, I want my sex back. And another one's the people that went through surgery, not all of them, but bless you, times two. Not all of them, but some of them felt as though, like how I felt, like, you know, we're gonna get the surgery, you'll be a proper woman, no more shit, you know what I mean? But it's just not the case. You go from being a tranny to a transvestite or whatever, and it was just a bit shocking for me, which told me that I needed like a lot of, you know, shaving. You just need a lot of surgery, honestly. Yeah, so I've been having mixed emotions the past like week or so, because I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna be like that. I'm gonna get the surgery and still feel like a man.
Yeah.
Even though I don't feel like a man, I just don't know if you'll be accepted normally, you know, to go with a straight male or whatever. And then watching the famous, like, Eden the Joel and Nikita Dragon, like, their stories and shit that they tell, they're fucking beautiful, but they still have that type of trait.
So
like
do you
that.
think maybe it's more working on your psychology, like
Yeah.
your mind?
Well, the thing is that my psychologist told me there's nothing wrong with me, and that she passed me, and that I can't go for any more appointments because there's nothing wrong. And I'm like, oh my god, I hated the thought of coming to these, and now I'm really enjoying them, and now you're cancelling them on me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's absolutely a mentality thing, and just being self-acceptance, I think.
Yeah.
And, you know, not trying to worry about getting that man, so to say.
Like not thinking that you can't be a woman just
Yeah.
because you have male parts.
Yeah. Or even after you have surgery, once it's female, it's, you know, is it enough? Am I woman enough? You know?
Is it when you say that? Are you woman enough for you or for society to accept you?
I think I'm worried about society. Because
Why? Fuck you! Don't fucking worry about them.
I honestly know that I'm happy, but I just...
Oh my god! When I hear people that are worried about society, I cringe because they don't pay your bills.
They don't.
They don't do fuck all for you. All they do is contribute to your self-destruction.
Yeah.
Whoa,
your
why would you
anxiety.
allow that? Why would you allow that?
Don't give them the power.
Exactly. What are you worried about society
I
for?
don't even know. So yeah, it's just a slight lapse in my
Judgment.
judgment. I know what to write, but I just slipped back. I had a slip up.
Yeah, relapsed.
Oh.
Oh, no way. If you do all of that, if you go through all of that, you do it for you.
Yeah.
And only you, man.
And
Don't worry
absolutely
about
do.
if they don't fucking accept you. Fuck them. You're only here one time.
Yeah.
And you do not want to spend your life worrying about what other fucking people think.
Yeah.
The hardest person to make happy is yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I better not hear that ever again.
Okay.
Oh, no. Because I know that you're fucking headstrong as
Yeah.
fuck. And you're too strong to worry about anyone else
Thank you.
and what they fucking think.
Thank you heaps. But yeah. So that's where we're at. And I actually done this, you know those stupid things you do on Facebook?
Oh, which one?
You know those stupid game things that like tells you your year? Well, I got 2020, I got thousands of dollars. 2022 to 2023, I had all the material things. 2024, I'm getting a car, and then 2026, I'm getting my body. It was legit.
Wow.
And I'm like, yes, 2026, that's a bit far. No.
But at least it's on there.
It's on there, honestly. And I'm like, if that's not the universe telling me that I'm doing it right, no, I don't know what else is.
Awesome.
There was a question on the line. If when you get a partner, would you be wanting it before your transition or after your transition? And if it is after, would you tell them about your journey?
Wow, what a question. So, before, absolutely, I do want someone that would know the real authentic me, and go through my journey with me, which would be amazing. That would just be like a dream come true. And then afterwards, if I didn't have a partner and I transitioned, and I was going with straight males, so I don't know. So I probably would tell the truth because I want them to be 100% honest with me too.
And I would think that you would want someone to love you for you.
Yeah.
Not this person that you've had doctor's surgery, you know what I mean, for you.
Yeah. Yeah. definitely would tell the truth. Don't know if it would be every guy, you know, might have a quick number. No. But definitely for my ideal dream relationship, absolutely they'll know the truth.
And what does your ideal dream man consist of? Get it?
so-
I want to know.
So-
I love it when people ask me shit like this. I got a list like Santa, bitch.
Yes. So, has a job, 2 cars, one for me, one for him, has his own house. Possibly living up in Auckland. I think he's already up there.
Oh, I think he's already got a name. What is it? Looks like he's already got a name.
Preferably very financially stable. Preferably pay for all my surgery. No.
What you willing to do for that?
Yes. I need 52K. No. Yeah, my ideal man is just someone that is obviously the interior would match the exterior.
Are you one of those people that looks is everything, or do you look deeper?
I actually look deeper than looks. If it's a hookup, definitely just maybe looks.
Yeah.
If it's something permanent, definitely what's in the inside. Like I love astrology, numerology, you know, fucking stargazing, all that type of shit, and just soul searching. If people can't have a proper conversation with you or hold a conversation, you know, like,
Okay, next.
definitely, not like incredibly intelligent that makes me feel dumb, but intelligent to a degree.
Oh, I love it.
Don't know. Yeah, maybe a plastic surgeon would be a good
Ideal.
doctor. You know, boom, what double chin? No. Or just someone that's happy with who they are. You know. I've got. No, I'm not going to say that.
No, say it.
I've got 4 little eye candies at work I'm eyeing up. I'm like, hi, have a good day. I'm like, oh shit.
But are they plastic surgeons?
No, they're not. They're actually... People at work watch your lives. You've got quite a few supporters at work. And I just don't want to go to work at 3 o'clock and everyone found out.
They're going to be like, awkward. Oh my god, she just bent over. Am I one of them? But do you like walks on the beach?
Yes, I'm
like...
from Papamore, so I grew up on the beach. So mum and dad used to say that they found me on the beach. Because for like my whole childhood, I was like that kid almost drowning in the water, like boom, like how Jordan and how your son and your dad were the other night, like yes. And like fishing, I hate fishing because me, dad, and my brother, like for my whole childhood,
yeah, I know, I'm exactly the same.
went fishing, and I'm like, no, I'm not going fishing.
Yeah,
I'm not doing it no more. And but yes, I love the beach. I love just doing cool things. Like, I haven't travelled much, but I love travelling.
Without saying names, describe your best friend.
Crack up. Knows what she wants. She's loud. She's a Taurus, full steam ahead. She's like how I said I was the selfless one. She's not the selfish one, but she's hooking it up. And just my best friend. She's funny. She's crack up. She's
there for you when you need her.
Yeah, there for me when I need her. Honestly, when I'm upset and I'm having a moment, she's answering the phone. It's not 20th time. Like, what the fuck is this bitch not answering me?
Yeah.
But it's so funny because if you were to ask my best friend, who was my best friend, you would get like 2 answers because they're brother and sister, and I'm best friends with the girl, but the boy used to be like me, and so we're also extremely close. And so, yeah, whenever the best friend situation gets brought up, it turns into an argument.
Without saying names, describe your ex.
My ex, tall.
Taller than you.
Not as tall, but
Oh
still
shit!
tall.
I was gonna say you're pretty tall.
Yeah, I'm 6'3", he's 6'2", so
Whoa.
I'm just a little bit taller.
Get it?
Muscly, got tattoos on the legs, long tongue.
Oh, get it?
And clean, good, very clean.
What, hygienic or
Yeah,
clean,
hygienic,
sober?
Yeah.
Gotcha. No.
Shut up now.
Oh, I stumbled.
Yes, I almost fell now. He's really just like hygienic and clean, and like the room is always like I walk into the room like fuck yes. And
What was the downfall?
just the way he used to dress, and like
Really? Well, how did he used to dress? What, clean cut? Like real what?
no, like you know, there's like that hot guy. Let's go the hot guy, the builder that's not working, the businessman. And then there's the 28-year-old in fucking board shorts and a hoodie, and I'm like, board shorts? No, it wasn't
Really?
just that. I think it was just the fact that it was not exclusive.
Oh, yeah. It was a situationship.
Yeah, it was a situationship. It was like we used to call him Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. No. And yeah, it wasn't it was the clothes, but it was just the fact that it wasn't exclusive, and like I'm just not into that booty caution anymore. Like I'm just, so,
Would you say that you're looking for a relationship? Actively looking?
Actively looking. I'm ready to settle down. I'm ready to move out of my 2020.
You're actively looking.
I'm actively looking. Not that I'm going out of my way, but
Yeah.
I'm putting myself.
Eyes are open,
yeah,
eh?
my eyes are wide open.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I mean, just open. No. But like, so here's the thing with me and guys is that I'm genuinely treated like the secret. You know, download the secret.
Why do you think that is?
Because they are not secure in who they are, and they don't want to be seen with a trans.
Oh, yeah. How does that make you feel?
It pisses me off. I'm like, ugh. And like, honestly, every trans person I know is like going through the same thing.
How do they say it? How do men say that type of shit? Like, oh, do they say it straight up the guts? That's what it is? Or
No, they never say straight up. They never say straight up. It's just always like, oh no, we need to be discreet, or
and do you say, wait?
and I'm just like, oh no, and then they reply. And then, but if I'm drunk, I tend to be like something else, and I'm like, yeah, that's fine. No,
That must suck.
I don't.
Hey.
It sucks, honestly. I've known Kai for like 4 or 5 years, and yeah, she knows all about it.
Hey.
Do you know all about it? You do, most of
stuff, yeah.
some stuff.
So if Mr. Right is watching, what are some of the things that he has to, you know what I mean? Like, if I was in your shoes, it would be like, you're going to be proud of me or you're not going to get me. I'm either number 1 or I'm number fucking 0.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm number 1. I don't even know.
It's like, you're not a dirty little fucking secret.
No, I'm not
Hey.
the dirty secret. I'm done with the secret numbers, and I'm just not doing it anymore.
Yeah. Do you like being tied up?
Yes, no. I've only done it twice. No. But yes, definitely down for a bit of a S&M moment.
Yeah, you like being choked?
Yep, I love Vampire Diaries. I've had the biggest obsession with Vampire Diaries like since 2009. And so I love a good choke.
Oh my god. Same.
I'm like, baby, put your hand here now. Yeah.
Tarina, Any more questions? Any further
When you
questions?
fill out forms and they say gender,
Female.
yeah, and how does it make you feel when you put your tick that box?
For a long time, I used to go gender diverse. But my psychologist told me that I'm not gender diverse. She told me, you're female. You need to select female. And so ever since she told me that, I just took female. Now, whenever I do take female, it honestly turns into like mini incidents. Because like with the bank, they wouldn't let me get money out because my name was Jordan and my gender was female. And they're like, because your ID says blah, 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 and you're male. And I'm like, no, I'm not. And so there's always little problems. With work, I applied for the job as a female, and they've 100% respected that the whole time. Everyone uses the correct pronouns. I'm in the woman's uniform.
Nice.
So this particular job, I think it's because they've got such a huge amount of employees that they just can't risk any, claims or whatever.
Yeah.
So I think they're amazing.
Have you ever had jobs where they weren't like that? Can you describe?
So at one job I worked with Kai, this one time, like I went to my interview, full face makeup, bra, everything, the whole shebang. Got the job, nailed the job. 2 weeks after working, it became a problem that I was coming to work with makeup on. And one of the group managers pulls all the managers aside. This is before I was manager. He pulled them all to the side and goes, "Oh, is there an issue with the way Jordan's dressed, like the makeup?" And they're all like, "No, not at all." And he's like, "Well, this is not right." He comes storming up to the our work area. There was already customers and other staff there, and he goes to me, "Jordan, I need to speak to you." Not Jordan, I need to speak to you. He just started yelling as he walked around the corner, and he's like, "You're a mockery to this business. You're an embarrassment to your culture, and these drag queen tour guides you're doing are just not happening anymore." And I'm just like, the whole time going, "Can you please calm down? Like, there's a time and a place for this. Can we please go into the office?" And he's just blah 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 blah.
Oh, yuck.
Everyone could hear him, mate. And honestly, just burst into tears. I didn't cry much at work. Like, I don't cry much at all. And I just honestly started getting teary-eyed, so I ran out of that situation. And then it turned into...
How does it feel when someone says you're a mockery to your culture?
Honestly, that fucked me off to the utmost maximum, because
Why?
I'm proud of my culture, and I'm proud to say that I'm Māori, and I know who I am and where I come from, and that I know my whakapapa. And it just fucked me off so much. Like, please, you're just here ripping off our people, taking all the money, and not even paying the tribe that own the lands. No. But honestly, it fucked me off to the utmost extreme. Because I'm proud to be who I am, And I was just so pissed off at it.
I hate how people think they can speak on behalf of a culture.
Yeah.
Speak on behalf of a fucking nation.
And he's
I
not
fucking
even
hate
Māori,
it like
he's
that.
Pākehā. And it was like...
You should say, what the fuck you know about my culture?
I'm like, what's the name of that chief over there? Say the name. Rangi who? Dumb cunt.
Oh, I don't like that stuff.
No, and that was like the beginning of the end with my relationship with him. I was good because the other boss that we had, she was Thai, and so Thailand have quite a established diversity with, tea girls, or what do they call them? Lady boys or whatever. And so she understood, and she knew, and she had, she respected me, and she sorted it out. And boom, I was back the next week, full face.
Get
Hi guys,
it.
Kia ora, welcome to Geordie's Guide.
Welcome back to my channel.
Welcome back to my channel. Yeah, so, and like with trans people in the workplace, like they're honestly always going to come across barriers in the workplace, like, and it all depends on the owners of the businesses. So owners of the businesses watching, honestly, you need to have awareness lessons or classes or
Just be a little bit more understanding,
Yeah.
empathetic, and fucking,
Because,
open-minded.
Yeah.
Hey, bro.
I've had so many jobs and
You're there to do a fucking job. Now, if I was a business owner and you were coming full-face glam, but you weren't doing your job, see you later.
Yeah.
It's got nothing to do with your face. It's to do with the mahi, and you
Yeah.
ain't performing. So get the
Yes.
fuck on, Felicia.
Yes.
But if you are coming, shit, you can come dressed as a clown, long as you're pulling off that fucking tour. I don't give a fuck.
And I'm like, boom, everyone that I've ever worked with will vouch for me that I go, fuck 100, I go 200.
Yeah.
And when I became manager, that's when I lost a lot of friends because I became that manager, you know, like, I've got nothing to do.
Let me find
write you a
something.
list.
Yeah.
And they're like, what's the list day? I'm like, oh no.
But the thing is you need to be valuable to the owner,
Yeah.
not to the ones that are, you know what I mean? If you're supervisor, your thing is to the owner.
Yeah.
Never mind these
Yeah,
ones,
they
you
don't-
know?
They don't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's absolutely
And also your friendship and your business. You know, when you're at mahi,
you're my hair.
you're at mahi.
Yeah. And I honestly am. When I'm at my hair, I'm a different person.
Yeah.
I'm the same person. I'm still amazing and kind and the same that. But I'm task focused to the utmost.
And at the end of the day, you got bills to pay.
Yeah.
I'm there to make money, not to make friendships.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey. So you can sit over there and be angry, but if you're going to be angry over there, grab the broom and be angry. Because shit, I got to pay my fucking bills. I remember I had someone message and she was like, oh, that exact situation. I've been made supervisor and everyone just fucking hates me. And I was like, well, you know, why do you go to work? So I can fucking provide for my children. Well, there you go. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
You know, if people want to be fucked off at you because you fucking doing your job, let them.
Yeah.
You know? That's just life with anything to do with life. People want to be negative, fuck them. Let
Yeah.
them.
That's their choice.
That's their
They're
thing,
making
not
you.
yours.
And that's like with your red door, green door thing. Like, honestly, I love that. I honestly, when, so here's the situation. In our house, in the mornings is the worst time of the day to talk to anyone except for me. Because I wake up happy every day. I'm like, ah. And everyone else in the entire fucking house, like, with literally every single person in the whole house wakes up depressed, angry. All they can see is the dishes, a cup, the school lunchbox in the bag, and it's honestly every morning turns to fucking shit. And the day that you done that red door green door thing, I think it was a while ago, and I'm playing it out and I'm like, listen to this! And so like every day for like the first week that video was out, I was walking around every morning.
It's just so simple, eh? When you wake up, you are in control of what type of mindset.
Yeah.
You're either going to go through the red door or the fucking green door. And don't blame anyone if you go through the red door. You chose that shit.
Yeah, that was your decision, your
Yeah,
choice.
yeah.
So don't judge us over here in the green door, girl.
Yeah, huh?
'cause-
Come on over.
Yeah, come on, baby.
Is it men or women that are more accepting of you?
Woman. So, of all my, so just for my followers, like all my followers, say I've got 2,000 followers, 1,990 of them will be women, and 10 will be male. So, female, I honestly, and like in any situation, if it's a female, I got this. If it's a boy, I don't got this. I'm like, hi. Do you want a drink? I get awkward. Unless it's a gay boy, then I don't know. Straight men honestly just give me a vibe.
What kind?
Not a good vibe, and it's just like a walking on eggshells vibe. Like, hi.
Is it their sense of insecurity?
It's their insecurity because they think I'm looking at them, and it's like I'm just trying to make conversation. You know, honestly.
Oh, so what? They scared?
They get scared when I honestly have the power to turn some big strong guy into some
Little fluffy pillow.
fluffy pillow. And it's like, oh no, I don't want that power, but I love it. Nah.
Yeah, they would be, eh, bro? They'd be scared.
Yeah, it happens honestly all the time. Every day, every single fucking day, it will happen.
Wow.
So one more question that was on there. for parents whose children feel that they are trans,
Yeah.
what support can they give their child?
So they can 100% support their child by just being there for their kid, listening to them, hearing them. If they think that their child is going to be not gay but trans, they need to take them to the GP and get them on their blockers as soon as possible, because it will make the difference for their adult life. That if they start blocking all the everything, like with me for example, if I had started hormones when I was like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, whatever, I wouldn't be this tall, I wouldn't have such broad shoulders, I wouldn't have so much body hair.
But do you think that you knew at that age?
I will say no, because even when I was like year 9, year 10 or 3rd form, 4th form, I was gay or whatever. I wasn't transgender.
So you knew that at that young of an age that you were attracted to men? Oh, to boys.
To boys, yeah. When I was like 3rd form, yeah.
Yeah.
But before that, I wasn't sure. I didn't know what was normal, you know? And then, because it was my other gay cousin who was, you know, me and Anthony were the 2 gay people in the family, and it was like, oh, I don't know what that means, but oh gods, I'm gonna be an actor. And then, but every situation's different.
Did you try with females, like just to see?
I had a girlfriend.
Hey, what was that like?
So we went camping, okay? We went camping for school.
Yes.
And
I love stories like this.
and like we go down to like this bush thing, and we all set up our tents and whatever. And then this girl Julie and this girl Chelsea come over to me, and they're like, "Oh, can we set our tent up next to yours?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah, all good." The day went on, and we kept talking, and then Chelsea goes to me, "Oh, do you want to go out with Julie? Because she really likes you." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, I don't know." And then, because Julie had just broken up with like this other boy called Levi or whatever.
How old were you fellas?
Like 15, 14.
Oh.
14. Yeah, 14. I think. 3rd form, yeah. And then we're like setting up our tents, and then she like rings me on the phone, and she goes, "Oh, Levi's standing around your tent," because it's dark time at this stage. "He's standing around your tent, make sounds." And so like we pretended she was making sounds on the phone, I was making sounds like out loud. And then all of a sudden, all the teachers are surrounding my tent. Zip, where's Jolie? We know she's in here with you. You can't, it's not happening. And Levi's standing there pointing. She's under the blanket. She's under the blanket. But she wasn't in there the whole time. And so, anyway, she opens up her thing, comes out. She's like, "Oh, make sure they're over here, blah, blah, blah." Zips it down. And then the next day at school or whatever, we had finished camp. And then Chelsea comes back up to me and she goes, "Oh, Julie still wants to know if you want to go out." And I'm like, "Oh, fuck, I thought you were joking." I didn't know what to say, so I was like, "Yeah, okay." So we went out for like a couple of months, but we were frigid as fuck. Like,
Have you ever had sex with a female?
no. I've literally never been with a girl.
Whoa.
Yeah. And a lot of people trip the fuck out at that. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh. Like this one guy I was hooking up with one time, he was quite chatty. And when I told him that I had never been with a female, he just like had this big mind blank. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know what to say, but no, I haven't. I've had a girlfriend though. And then get this, when we broke up because whatever, frigid or whatever. And then, like, she went nuts, like, she, like, hooked up with, like, this 40, 50-year-old man, jumped on a bus, come over to Rotorua, was on the news, like, missing 14-year-old girl, and then, they were found at the Rotorua bars, like, after, like, 6 months. And, like, I always just felt so bad, because I was like, oh my god, I hope I didn't cause that, like, because she was a pretty girl. But I was just like, no, like, come over, I've got you some makeup and I'll straighten your hair.
Fucking hell.
And that was our relationship. I used to make her look pretty.
Get it?
She turned into a hot girl summer. No.
Hey. I know. Brian more?
Nice. Bring on some.
Oh, cool.
I like that.
Excellent.
Yes. That's cool.
Hard out. Alright then. Well, what are you up to today?
I've got work at 3, so I'm going to go home, have a shower.
How do whānau find your GoFundMe just in case anyone wants to voluntarily call her?
Yes, so on my
Towards your
page,
operation.
Following Jordan, you'll be able to, I'll share it, so then it's like the top one, or I'll tag it to the top or whatever. But you can find me on Facebook at Following Jordan, Instagram Following Jordan, YouTube Following Jordan, and Snapchat Following Jordan.
Get it. Thanks so much.
But yeah, no, thank you so much for the opportunity and coming
All
over.
good
and
in the hood.
having a good cordial and bit of a upgrade for everyone's minds. No.
Yeah, fucking A. Even mine.
But yeah, thank you.
Awesome. Alright then. Alright, whānau, I'm going to jump off here and supporters, I'll see you soon.